Yes, you have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Selfishly create broken families.
I'm glad she called out Cam Newton. When will you brothers wake up and realize that it is incredibly selfish for you making different families everywhere and acting like you doing something because you halfway involved in their life? This video is brought to you by SaveTheStorks.com, SaveTheStorks.com/Tatum. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that we are almost to our goal, 81%. Remember when we were at 2%? We raised $121,000. We only have to get to 150. All I need you to do is commit to donating $35 a month. And everybody who donates $35 a month will get a really cool shirt that we made for the Tatum Store Angel, which means that everybody that helped us, you have a shirt that you can wear to be proud of helping us get across the finish line. There's a QR code on the shirt, so when you get the shirt, you can also show it off to your friends and they can help donate as well. $35 a month is all I'm asking, and we're going to get to our goal. We're going to get us a medical mobile clinic. It's a pretty big clinic here. It's going to be like the one in this video. All you got to do is click on this video and watch it. This was a very compelling video, and it showed a little bit of what the Stork bus looks like on the inside. They came down to Phoenix, Arizona at my headquarters. We had a whole event around this. We are trying to get one of our own here in Phoenix, Arizona. It'll be the Stork bus with Officer Tatum, and therefore women can get on and get the resources that they need to make the decisions that's best for them and their family. One thing I love about Save the Storks is that they don't believe in shaming women. I think shaming women is the worst thing you can do. Give them options and information, and women will make the right decision. All right, y'all, donate, support. We'll get to 100%. I'm almost sure. All right, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. I normally don't make videos like this, but I think I should probably make more. Y'all tell me in the comment section if you need me to make more videos like this. I don't know Cam Newton. I think he probably means well, but when you are raised a certain way, you begin to believe that to be reality, and then you begin to replicate the things that generationally you've been taught. Whether it's music, whether it's your daddy, whether it's stuff that you've seen. So I don't know if he's intentionally understanding how selfish it is for a man to have multiple kids by multiple different women. I see dudes talk about this all the time, and they go, hey, I'll take care of all my kids. You can't, bro. You can't. You can't take care of all your kids, especially when they're in 5 or 6 locations. Somebody getting the raw end of it. You got these kids to see you more than these kids, to see you more than these kids, and then all your baby mamas ain't the same. If you got 5 baby mamas, one of them a terrible mama. One of them got to be terrible. And so your kids ain't getting no male influence, and they just getting a terrible mama. That's all they got. Some of the other ones may be actually good moms, but the children need their fathers. So men, if you're listening to me, quit being selfish. I know that people make mistakes. I know people get divorced. I'm not talking about men like that. I'm talking about people who are intentionally going out and saying, I'm going to have multiple kids because I got enough money to pay them to take care of the kids, meaning I'm doing my job. You ain't doing your job, brother. You're creating broken homes. And one reason because he's broken. But this lady who's a therapist, I don't know whose show this is. I don't know if it's his or hers. Oh, it's on his show. So he brought her on his show. This therapist is really going to set the record straight, and I'm glad she did, and I hope everybody listens to it. Roll the clip.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Okay. I just want to address the elephant in the room, the 2 elephants in the room. Ma'am, cover this up. What she said was incredible. She's very smart. I think she's probably great at her job. Ma'am, show enough respect as a woman talking about issues of men with women and all this debauchery that Cam Newton doing. Ma'am, you got your TTs out. They just stay in everybody's face. You could have had a top that go up just a little bit right there, just to cut that off. So this ain't a distraction. Women are watching this and probably looking at your hair and all this. Men are looking at these. It's a distraction. And you know it's a distraction when you came out the house. Next time, please cover these up when you do the interview because it makes you look a little more professional. And I think that men won't be distracted with looking at that. They'll be actually listening to what you say. And they respect that you actually are a woman who has integrity and a woman who is modest and that literally practices what she preach. All right, roll the clip.
See my situation. That's a very vague question, and this for you.
What situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in
My
relationships?
my life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. I swear to God, it's going to be like 20 seconds. Cam Newton is a man that never grew up, that never became a man. For whatever reason, he didn't be able to mature to be a man who, I don't know, understands how to be a high-value man, how to function, and outside of kiddie arguments and stuff. And that's just who he is. Hopefully this interview helps him become a better man. I think he has the potential to do so, but he got to grow up a little bit. He's just been a kid ever since he played in the NFL. He's still a kid this whole time.
Or can I give you more?
Yeah, some more information. Heck yeah.
So,
and he think he's smarter than what he really is. I just don't have that.
I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I thought I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I just want God
about
to
your
bring
wife.
them. I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just.
Because my point is this. My desire.
I want God to bring them. Well, you act like kids fall out of the sky. This fool act like his women, his baby mamas are having what they call it, the virgin birth. God just impregnate these women and then they have your kids. No, bro, God don't just bring them. You putting it. All right.
Desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it. I didn't say it. I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent. They are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love, 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 love.
One thing I don't like about counselors is that she's playing reverse psychology. Does she really believe that about these kids? Probably not. The kids are irrelevant, but she has to put a disclaimer out there. And one thing that she's going to do a few times is she's going to put disclaimers out there about his baby mamas and stuff like that. I don't like when people do that. We know you're not talking about the kids. Just say the kids are out of it. Just say your baby mamas, I can't judge them. I don't know them. Don't add this extra stuff on there trying to play reverse psychology. I don't really like that. His baby mamas are probably trash. I don't know them, but don't act like they're all good. Any woman that's willing to have a kid with that guy with no commitment, something ain't going right in her mind either.
Love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you.
You didn't have to say that. You don't know what kind of daddy he is. So don't even add that.
Thus far, but these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me when I can solve.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy. And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health wise, and community wise, that Black men will stop.
Say it again. Say it again. We need to be having these conversations right here.
Black men will what?
Stop doing that. That they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish.
Now, that was a clip. There ain't nothing that he can say to come back from that. It's a selfish act by a man to do that to their kids. Now, maybe men aren't intentionally doing it, but it ain't only on the men. Women, y'all silly too. You got to be a silly woman to say, he got kids with 3 other women, and I'm going to be one of the women who have children. These women are just as broken and selfish as Cam is. Broken people do stuff like this. Healthy people don't do stuff like this. And it doesn't make you a bad person. You just got to do better. Right? I mean, broken people get in their situations like this. Women are broken. They didn't have a daddy at home. They think somehow I can raise these kids up by myself because they feel like they can raise the kids. The kids don't feel like you can raise them. You feel like you can raise them. You feel like being a single mom is totally fine. You doing just fine. They struggling. You doing fine because you get to be selfish. You get to have them all to yourself and you don't have to answer to anybody. There's no word. You get to do all your emotions can be selfish when it comes to relationships. Now, it's not selfish raising children, but the premise of raising children in that fashion is selfish. My daughter came and said she want to have a kid with a dude that don't want to marry her. Y'all can't come over the house and don't be coming around here to my boyfriend. Don't tell me about I don't want to meet this man unless he's trying to marry you. The first conversation I had with a guy that you dating is that, can I marry your daughter? We don't need to talk about nothing, bro. If y'all ain't serious, don't come bring him to me. You better be serious. Don't come to me knowing you just hitting on the weekend and you got your own thing going and you want to come to my daughter's, come to her father and have a conversation with me, bro. I'm a man, bro. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Before I got saved, I was doing my thing, so I know what you doing. Don't bring that in my house. You serious enough with my daughter? You want to marry my daughter? Come talk to me. Let's have a conversation. Because at the end of the day, it's y'all decision. It ain't my decision. I can't make you do whatever. You come to me, let's talk as men. Get to know each other. But if you playing, y'all need to keep that away from me. You know what I mean? Y'all not serious. I know how I feel to be this way, but I was wrong. If I could talk to my old self, forget y'all. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all perfect. I'm talking to my old self. I say, boy, go sit down somewhere. There ain't no way in the world that you need to be entertaining anything that ain't a marriage. That you ain't thinking about marrying. You ain't thinking about marrying this girl. What are you wasting your time doing, bro? You should be focused on your education. You should be focused on your football. You should be watching videos about investing. You should be doing all these other things than for you to be trying to waste time playing games and falling in love and all this stuff, and y'all not even going nowhere. I done had like 3 women I thought I was gonna marry. I don't even talk to them no more. I don't even talk to them no more. So men, just try to change your focus. And no, you ain't cool because you can sleep with a bunch of women. No, that don't make you validated as a man. Yeah, because the star football player want to sleep with you and pull a Joe Biden Afghanistan, and you okay with that. You got kids with a superstar. That doesn't make you, you're just brokenness. Happiness is what you're striving for. You're striving for a partner you have commonalities with, that you can grow with, whom you genuinely respect and love. That ain't got nothing to do with money and ain't got rarely nothing to do with looks. People get like, when I was younger, I used to be look based. That means if she fine, I got time. If she ain't fine to me, I ain't got no time. She can be a terrible woman, but if she fine, I'll put up with it. That's how silly I was. And a lot of men are still that silly, even as grown men. You need to be saying, man, forget all that look stuff. As a human being, how are me and you being together going to benefit the kingdom of God? How are me and you being together going to help raise the next generation of great people? How are me and you being together going to help my business ventures and help you live the best version of your life? How are me and you being together going to do that? And then the looks is you play with those, right? You get a good woman that ain't the finest woman you've seen, you better go with that good woman. They call it the 80-20 rule. If you get 80%, you good, bro. If your wife is 80% of all you wanted, but her looks she don't look like you, you better marry that woman. You ain't finna get 100%. Some of y'all want a woman, good feet, great body, great personality, get along with anybody, don't talk to too many people, low body count. Y'all want a unicorn somewhere, and you ain't a unicorn. So y'all, I'm just putting that stuff in perspective. Man, 80-20, man. If that woman is beautiful and, she's beautiful, she got a great, great character, she got a great family, all that stuff, and she liked to watch Real Housewives too much. It's like, I can work with that 20% because I got my 20% that may not be her favorite. That's the mindset that we should be having in these relationships instead of trying to play the game like Cam Newton. I mean, I know how I feel to be a Cam Newton, but I've matured out of that. I know how I feel to want to be engaged and have families with these women that you like. It's called brokenness. If I didn't have God in my life, I probably would have multiple kids by multiple women. And it's the feeling of abandonment. You don't want to feel abandoned. You want to feel connected with people that you're giving your love to. And if you have kids with them, you'll always be connected. But that's brokenness, man. That's not the way you should do. Hold off, get married, have children with one person. And I should have said at the beginning of the video, because some people are going to be like, you didn't do that. Well, yeah, nah. Every day I wake up, I'm like, how did I get myself in that situation? I wish that I could go back, and I wish I could have had all my kids with one woman instead of having kids with two women. Now, I'd say, as sure as I'm sitting here, I tried. I thought it was going to be something that it wasn't. I proposed. I tried. I tried to go to counseling. I suggested all these things, and I made the best effort that I could make to try to make it right, but it wasn't reciprocated. And two people don't get along. They just don't get along. And then I met a woman that I love and that all those things that I said, and I married her. I wasn't going to not have kids, so we had a kid. And so now I got two kids. And I hate it every day that it's not one family. Every day I hate it. I don't hate the totality of circumstances, but it bothers me that it's not one family. When I go someplace and I'm like, oh, his mama did it. It's like, every day I look back and I say, Brandon, you're going to deal with this for the rest of your life. And I'll say this to some people that are still watching this. You don't want to have to deal with a person for the rest of your life that you broke up with. You know what I'm saying? It's never okay. It's never good. It's never 100% going in the right direction. It never will. You could try to get it as close as you can, but it's never going to be right. That person go and meet somebody, that you go and meet y'all. It's awkward when y'all see each other and you got a kid with this person. It's like, I can't believe I share that with a person that I don't really, I wish that we broke up. I don't want to never see you again. I don't ever want to talk to you. You don't exist. I like all the rest of the women that I've dated. We don't talk no more. We cool. You with your life, I'm with my life. I ain't never got to see you again. You don't have to be a part of none of my accomplishments. But when you do that, the more successful you are, the more successful they going to be. Because your money, they money until they 18. So anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm out.